Hi Engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla, and today we'll be understanding about the Cognizant Game Based Aptitude questions. The reason I am here with this video is a lot of students texted my support team for the same. A lot of students sent me queries on Instagram, and henceforth I felt that there is a very severe lack of guidance on the game based aptitude questions. I myself found that on internet there is very less information available. So we as a team decided that let's go ahead and let's teach the students about it. So all you need to do is you have to take a register or a notebook, take a pen, sit on your desk and start writing those important things that I tell you in this video and watch it till the last. Fine. If you want your queries to directly reach to me, all you need to do is follow me on this Instagram handle, which is @ShuklajiSpeaks. There I can directly address your queries. Now, before I dive in deep, there is one more very important thing that I want to address. Anybody who's afraid of game-based aptitude, remember this game-based aptitude is just like the puzzles you've solved in your childhood, but the nature of these puzzles is very different. Fine. So this time, when you try solving game-based aptitude, remember, all you need to do is develop that thinking of your brain or develop that way of thought process so that when you appear in actual exam, you can straight away answer the questions with accuracy and with speed. I'll tell you why it is important. The reason is, we'll dive in deep into the types that are written, and there are primarily 6 types that I'll discuss. But in actual sense, there are 24 games. Fine, 24 type of games that can generally appear. Out of them, 4 would appear in your exam. Fine, any 4 can come. And in this, you will have 30 minutes at your hand to solve these questions. Now, in these 30 minutes, you are not just being marked with the accuracy of how correctly you answered the question, but also with the speed that you answer the question. That is also very, very important. When you are answering or when you are trying to answer these questions, in game-based aptitude, your score is calculated using both things, accuracy as well as your speed. So if somebody is a little less accurate than you but much higher in terms of speed, he'll be ranked better than you. Or if there is somebody who has accuracy better than you but speed is very, very slow, fine, and you have speed decent but accuracy very, very high, you will be marked higher. Fine. So both accuracy and speed are needed. So with keeping that in mind, start understanding about the types. So the first type of game that generally comes is deductive logical thinking, which is called as GeoStudio challenge. What you have to do here is you have to find a missing symbol based in a 4x4 or 5x5 grid based on geometrical Sudoku. Generally, a grid like this appears. Fine. I'll show you even more questions. Don't worry. So when such grid appears, what you can do is, the question generally is, you have to complete this row. There are 2 columns here. Fine, there are 2 blocks which you have to fill. So if you're not able to see them correctly, I'll mark them like this. Fine, so this is one block, this is another block, this is also one block, this is also one block. Fine, this is also a block, this as well, and this as well. Now in this case, what you have to do is you have to actually fill these 2 blocks. What should come here? But the rule is that in any row or any column, a symbol can appear only once. For example, if a plus is appearing here, in this row, you have 3 such columns, 3 such blocks. In any of these 3 cells, plus cannot come. Fine. And in this particular column, nowhere plus should appear except for this position. So plus, if it has occurred once, it cannot occur again. As simple as that. Fine. Now in this case, what can be the best choice for these 2 question marks? So options are these. You have been given 4 options. Out of these 4 options, you have to pick any option. So if I pick a triangle here, no, it cannot fit. If I pick a plus, no, it cannot fit because it is already present. If I pick a square, no, it cannot fit because it is already present. So I am left with only one choice, which is the circle. So I'll fill the circle here. Fine. I can simply fill the circle here, right? And once I've drawn a circle here, now in this question mark, it is almost evident because square is also there, triangle is also there, but in this complete column, plus is not present. In this complete row, plus is not present. So this would be replaced by a plus. Fine. This particular sign. Fine. This is how you solve the questions of the deductive logical thinking or the GeoStudio challenge, and you'll have much more difficult questions. This is one of the easiest questions. I'll show you the difficult questions as well. See, what you need to do is, and this is very, very helpful for all of you because you can go ahead and practice it for free. All you need to do is search Cognizant Game Based Aptitude. You will find the Prep Insta page. You simply click on it, and when you go ahead, you'll have prepare section here, and in this prepare section you'll have proper quizzes where you can go ahead and solve it out. Fine. So after I have shown you this particular type of grid, fine, what you should do is you should move to the digit challenge. Fine. Now if I talk about digit challenge, this is also a type of game. What you have to do is, a mathematical operation needs to be solved by using a few available digits, but digits can be used only once. For example, here in this case, you have been given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as the digits. These are 3 blank spaces, and the final answer should be 20, but a digit can be used only once. So you cannot do like this. For example, if I want to make 20, so you cannot say 9 into 2 plus 2. No, you cannot do that because 2 is being used twice, which is not allowed. You can use any number at most at once. Fine. So what we can do is, what can be the possible solution for it? Almost everybody can by now think what the possible solution is. So for the first blank, if I fill 6, then for the second blank I can use 3. 6 3s are 18 plus 2, 20, isn't it? Or 7 into 2 plus 6, 20. 7 2s are 14 plus 6, 20, right? So such multiple solutions are possible. All you need to do is accurately fill it, accurately and with speed, fill it as soon as possible. And once you do this, the question is solved. This is how you solve this question. For example, I also have a second difficult grid for you people, where you do not have all the digits. You have very less digits, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. You can only use these digits. Fine. Now in this case, when you try using these particular type of digits, what will you do? You have to bring out 6 as the result. This is a tougher operation because here you do not know exactly what to do. Fine. So what you should do here is try figuring out how you can make a 6 out of these digits. So if I try making out a 6 out of these digits, what I can figure out is that I should somehow develop 1.5 here, and then if I develop 4 here, I can get 6, right? Because 15 4s are 60, divided by 10 is 6, so I can get 6 like that. But to develop 1.5, what can I do? Either I can use 3 by 2, right? But 3 by 2 is not available because 3 is not here, right? If I use 6 by 4, fine. If I use 6 by 4, then I cannot use 4 again, right? Because if I use 6 here and 4 here, then I cannot use 4 here. So I'm left with very few options, 9, 7 and 6. If I divide 6 by 9, fine. Pardon, if I divide 9 by 6 like this, fine. Then I can get 1.5. So this can be 9 by 6 plus, pardon, it's multiply, right? So 9 by 6 multiplied by 4, and it simply comes out to be as 6 because this is 1.5 into 4, this becomes 6, isn't it? So that's how you have to solve. Now how am I able to solve these questions? I have developed over time this way of thinking that yes, I can solve these challenges. This is called digit challenge. Fine. All you need to do is practice a lot. Now where will you get this practice? Let me tell you that as well. You simply have to hop on to the Prep Insta Prime. Fine. You simply hop on to this prepinstaprime.com. Fine. Here, if you see, if you just scroll a bit, you will find Cognizant GenC questions. Fine. You will have Cognizant GenC course. In this, you will have questions of Cognizant GenC. I'll show you. So here you will have proper game-based questions for your solving. In this, you will have proper quants, proper verbal ability, proper logical reasoning. Also, if you want to search like this, you can have your specific game-based aptitude. You see, this is specific for course for game-based aptitude. You have detailed questions here. You have a lot of practice. You have all kinds of types described here. You have full-length mocks, and you have proper previous year questions solved here. Fine. Now you have to enroll in any of these courses. If you enroll in game-based aptitude course, you get access to all the 200 plus courses. But a lot of people say, sir, I want some financial assistance. So for that, I'll provide you one thing. For example, if you're using this 36 months subscription, if you're buying, all you need to do is put the code Shukla10. You will find this code in the YouTube description as well. No, I don't want images. Emojis, fine. And Shukla 10. Fine. All you need to do is type this and simply click here. You immediately get a discount. Fine. Immediately you get a discount. So you will get such discounts. All you need to do is use this coupon code Shukla 10. And how will you use it? You simply hop on to Prime and apply this code. Also, you can copy this code from the YouTube description. Fine. That would help you out. So this is about digit challenge. If I move further, there is inductive logical reasoning, which is also called as Spacio challenge. In this is generally a visual reasoning based questions. I'll give you example of it, where you're supposed to find pair of figures that follow the same rule as given by a pair in question. Generally, you will get a pair which will follow a rule, or you will get a series of images which are following a rule, and there is one image which is not following a rule. You have to point out. For example, in this question, if you see the sequence of this question, there is a break in one line in every particular image, right? In this, fifth line is broken. Fine. In this, fourth line is broken. In this, third line is broken. In this, second line is broken. Here, again, fifth line is broken. Here, again, second line is broken. Then third line is broken. Then fourth line is broken. Then fifth line is broken. So if we carefully see, where is the problem? The problem lies here, right? Because had it been 1, it would have been a good series, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This makes sense, right? So this is the problematic image. This needs to be corrected. Here the answer should be 1. Fine. They'll ask you in the manner that which particular image has the error, and you'll point out this. Fine. So that's how Spacio challenges are solved. If I move further, there is grid challenge, and in this grid challenge, if you see, this is a GIF, and I'll tell you what will happen in this GIF. So generally, in these grid challenges, the ability to focus and multitask is actually tested. What you have to do is, you have to check if two grids are identical, and you have to remember positions of various shapes or coordinates that are present in grid. For example, consider yourself as Aryabhat, Shakuntala Devi, or whatever you want to think of yourself, Ramanujan. Fine, we have produced many greats, and we should be grateful to them for the glory they've given to our nation. But alongside that, if you see this image carefully, what you have to do is, you have to remember the positions correctly. Fine. For example, this is the first position, this is the second position, and now the two images that you saw in between, what you have to do is, you have to actually predict, is it symmetrical or not? Fine, you'll again see this. Is it symmetrical? It is asking. So if we start again, this image is not symmetrical, and then this image is symmetrical. What you can do is pause it here. Find out which is symmetrical, which is not. So in this, first image is of coordinates. Fine. Second image asks symmetry. If I carefully see, let's see the second image. So this is the first image, this is the second image. It is not symmetrical. Fine. Then the third image. Let's see the third image again. Fine. So third image comes here, it is okay. and this is the fourth image, which is symmetrical. So fourth image is symmetrical, yes, fine. Now third image is also of coordinates. All you need to do is, in the last they'll give you this blank sheet, fine, and in this blank sheet they'll ask you to fill up where were the points, and like this 1 and 2 you have to mark where were the points. Now to see it better, I would suggest you pause this video step by step and check the same for yourself. This is primarily the grid challenge that you will get. There are various other type of questions, those you can get practice on Prime as well as on prepinsta.com. Now if I move further, there is switch challenge, fine. So there is a switch, and basically what's happening is this group of inputs is being switched to a different output. But how is it being switched? Which order is being followed? This is very easy, no rocket science. Basically geometric shapes go through a switch containing code. This code changes the order of shapes. You are supposed to find the correct code as per input output, fine. So this is the code. Out of these three codes, there is one code that is being followed, and then the switch happens, then the output is produced. So what do you do to check that out? Very simple. You mark the numbers on these inputs. So this shape is 1, this shape is 2, this shape is 3, this shape is 4. So if I correspondingly try marking these numbers here, what would happen? This is 3, fine. This is 2, this is 4, and this is 1. So do I have 3, 2, 4, 1 anywhere here? Yes, I have. So this is the correct code that is being used to switch. You get it? That's how switch challenge works. Now if I move forward, then comes motion challenge, one of the easiest type of games. All you need to do is, you have to measure ahead how motions should function, fine. It has puzzle, and you have to find a path between 2 points in the maze in fewer steps as possible. So you have to do the minimum steps and perform the activity. For example, here you have to actually try and figure out a way where you try fixing this particular ball, fine, at this particular position, right? And in this particular case, what would happen? See, this is the initial image that you've been given, and I'll show you. This image is also been given to you on prepinsta.com as well, fine. So if you go here and if you try for the challenge where it is motion challenge, and it would redirect you somewhere on a page where motion challenge is given. So I'll go ahead to this free material, fine, and let's see the motion challenge. So this is the motion challenge, and this is being redirected onto another page of another company. Don't think that this is a different company. The pattern of questions is same, fine. So here if you see, the same thing is given. All you need to do is, you're a gym, you love to solve puzzles, your challenge is to put the red ball into the hole, which is this. But there are obstacles. Some are plastic obstacles that you can move, some are hard rocks that you can't move. So try to do this in minimum steps. These are hard rocks, fine, these are hard rocks, and rest are movable, fine. Everything that is colored is movable, fine. Now what you can do is, first step, in the first step what you will do is, blue block up, fine. Here you have to move blue block up, then purple block you have to, I'll show you here, fine. So purple block up and purple block left. So what is happening here is, if you see it carefully, you move this block up, fine, this is up. Again in the next step you actually move this up one block, and then you move it left. So basically you moved it up and left. You get this. Then you get step 4 where green block is up and green block is left. So basically you move this green block up and then left. So you get it here, fine. Step 6, by that time when you are at step 6, what will you do? This is step 7, this is not step 6. So step 6, what you will do is, you move the ball to the right, your whole passage is cleared, you move the ball here, fine. Once it is here, you move it to the hole because it is clearly visible that the way is open. So this is how you solve the motion challenges. Motion challenges generally require a lot of practice, fine, because we are not adapted or we are not very habitual of solving such problems, and very rarely you get such problems. So to practice multiple problems of such kind, what you should do is you should go to Prepinsta Prime. You have it there, fine. Alongside that, if you find it somewhere for free, go ahead, practice it. I'm not saying that Prime is the only source in this world. I'm saying that it has consolidated all the problems at one place, which reduces your hard work. That's it, fine. So that's pretty much about the game-based aptitude. Now get yourself a useful gift. How do you get it? You might stand a chance to win the Prepinsta Prime subscription for free. So go comment below this video, because top 3 comments might stand a chance to win that. So go ahead, comment below this video. Alongside that, follow us on all the social media handles so that you never miss any update from our side, be it on Cognizant, be it on anything that is actually related to your hiring. And you'll find all these links in the description box. You'll find the link of 150 not out as well. Fine. Now what is this 150 not out? This 150 not out is a coding list. If you have it on your fingernails, I always say this, you can crack any company in this world. No need to solve 200, 300, 500 problems of lead code. No need to solve any other list. Simply pick up these 150 questions, solve them out, because these are 150 patterns. Every time you'll find a new pattern being solved, and once you're habitual of solving those patterns, you'll easily crack any test of any company, be it Mag, be it Adobe, be it Netflix, be it Uber, anything. Fine. Very, very good list. You can go ahead and check it out. That's free of cost for you people. In the description, a lot of hard work goes in that. So go ahead, subscribe to this channel. Alongside that, whoever needs this knowledge, go ahead, spread this knowledge out. Keep doing good. Good will come back to you.